what I did is a research into the tax laws and the relationship between the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service in the United States, and the taxpayer. What rights do people have? Unbelievably different to here, right? And this is now the solution that I'm talking of here, and the sheet that I've given you. So what happened in 1998? The Congress, I'm going to say Democrats and Republicans, said, what's going on with the IRS? They're a pack of bastards. There's a whole lot of criminality going on inside the IRS, all sorts of problems. Let's fix it. So they had a congressional review I met with, and the congressional review means they bring in experts and so forth. I met with 3 of the people who sat on the congressional review committee. I then met with the guy, and they then made recommendations as to what to happen. They then put up this legislation in 1998, completely transformed the IRS. They had more legislation in 2010, then there was another phase, and then 2019 and so forth. And so I sat with the people, and I spent several hours with the guy there was a Senator Grassley, who's now 90, about to retire, who was the instigator of these laws back then. I met with what was then his chief advisor, who actually drafted the legislation. So I'd sat down with the legislative draftsperson, right? And he took me through a whole lot of stuff, and so I met a whole lot of people. And I've got to say, the Yanks are just so generous with their time. They're just really, really fantastic people. They've got, the Republicans and the Democrats have policy committees, just for Republicans and just for the Democrats, who are professional people, group that specialise in tax, a group that specialise in something else, and I met with the Republicans group that specialise in tax, and they coordinate with the Democrats, and these people knew everything about it. The woman who was in charge of this one, she'd been there 15 years. What she couldn't tell me, you know. So deep dive research, and I came back and wrote up a 50-page report, and as I do. And I compared the US to Australia, and I said, this is what we need to do in Australia, right? Here's a template model, and that's what I'll now take you through with this, this sheet. And so then what happened was I kicked it off with a couple of politicians in the Federal Parliament who were on the chair of the Parliamentary Tax Review Committee, and I said, this is what we need to do. They held a review based on my submission, and then have recommended about 70% of what I say should happen. Then we had an election, of course, that's gone into a bin.